how you do your resupply. If you get a loaner bike, you pedal down to the grocery store. Yes, I can ride a bike with one hand. You should be very impressed. But I'm gonna stop because it's a little risky. Hey, good evening. It's day 64, I believe. I am still in Bishop, making this the longest town stay I've done yet. But it has been a nice rest. This is behind me here is the Hostel California. Pretty cool looking place. Really, honestly, a great place. This is where I've been staying for the past 3 nights now. The plan was to leave today, but Silver is waiting on a package that did not get here today as hoped. So it should be here tomorrow, hopefully in the morning, and then we'll leave in the morning. So I guess I could have left on my own, but you don't really want to be in the Sierras on your own. And we have a bunch of friends that are also leaving tomorrow because they got in like a little bit later than us. So yeah, it'll be good. Hopefully that gives the mountains time to be a little less snowy. Hopefully they've had good weather up there and things have been melting and rather being snowed on, because there have been some storms that have come through in the past couple of weeks and actually put fresh snow on the mountains. We were just fortunate enough to miss all of that in our time up there. So yeah, hopefully this is the last night in Bishop. Should be. And then looking forward to back on trail tomorrow. Towns are super comfortable. Like, I do like being in town. I love being clean and like it's great. But it does start to feel out of place after a few days. It's not I don't know. I saw a movie last night and it was good to see a movie. Like, I liked doing that. It was fun. But afterwards, I think for me was the moment I was like, yeah, this no longer feels like where I'm supposed to be. Like I've liked this little break from my current reality, but my current reality is actually that trail, and that's where I want to go back to. So anyway, but the relaxing has been nice. It's also super warm in the city as opposed to the mountains. The mountains, I don't know if you can see them. They're up there behind me. No, you can't really see them. They're washed out in that whiteness over there. But yeah, it's super warm down here as opposed to just up there where it's freaking cold. So it's been a nice break from the cold as well. But anyway, yep, last night in town hopefully, and then back at it tomorrow. All right, it is day 65 and I am finally back on trail. Very excited. Spent a lot of time in Bishop, which is fine. Bishop, like, it's a good town, but I don't know. This feels better being back in the mountains. I just climbed up to Kearsarge's Pass again. This is the way I came out on my way up. I'm now back there, and so yeah, it's been about 5 miles up to here, and then this is the valley here. About 2 more miles down towards that final lake over there, and that is where I will rejoin the PCT. I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, good morning. This is day 66, and this is the top of Glen Pass. Hiked up, started about 4 in the morning. It's probably a little after 6 right now. Oh, sun's up, hasn't been up over that mountain for too long. That is where I'm going next, so probably going to be using some ice gear, because that's a pretty steep looking hill. Oh. Anyway. It's very pretty. I'm very tired. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep on going so that hopefully I can get down all this mess before the snow makes it slushy. Yeah, I did it. So that's the snowy mountain I just came down. If you look and you see those little butt slides in the snow over there, though some of them are mine. They were on purpose. It's called glissading, but it hurts. The ice is so like hard that yeah, it totally hurts to come sliding down on your bum.
Alright, so we're finally at the bottom of Glen Pass, and these are Ray Lakes. They are absolutely beautiful. The lake goes on way over that way. The sun's kind of makes it hard to see. There you go. We do have to cross this little bit of them. Silver's going to do it first. Our new method is to do it without shoes. And we're going to see if he manages to keep his shoes dry while on his
the highway rather than the low way.
Yeah. There you go.
For the record, the water is really cold.
Really, really cold. That is not a surprise to me at all.
Like how I've not prepared for this at all. I have not put my electronics away.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for it. For some sort of dirt. I mean, I don't know how you got splashed yourself right there. Anyway, I don't know where he's going over to the right, but it looks like he's generally going to make it over this lake.
So Nono just found it very funny when I splashed myself walking across this. So we're going to sit here and hope that she
Oh, it's a little chilly. Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh,
really hoping she falls over entirely.
it's so chilly and so deep.
Come on, fall over. Fall over. Oh. Dunk the shoes.
Slow and steady and not falling in. Ooh.
Dunk the shoes.
Ooh. Do I get my shoes on?
Not yet, but I'm hoping.
Sheesh. Oh, there's still a chance.
Yeah, there is. Just trying to think about how top heavy you are at that pack. Don't lean too far one way. Come on.
What? I don't know. Whew. My feet are losing their ability to like. Whew. Oh, that was cold.
You're not there yet.
Doesn't count. Whew. Yeesh.
Ah,
Dry shoes.
disappointing.
Relatively.
Alright, I have now learned that these little buggers are marmots. And they're everywhere. And they will eat anything. I have not yet had a bad marmot encounter, but I have a friend who marmot ate her sleeping bag. Heard a story about a marmot eating, like chewing through the wires of an engine. So yeah, that's what these little guys are. Don't let their bushiness make them think, don't let their bushiness and cuteness fool you. These lakes are just gorgeous today. Pretty happy about this cool bridge. Glad I don't have to swim across this river. This is one person on bridge at a time. That's probably close enough for you, right? Alright. And it's very bouncy. Actually, it's so bouncy I'm afraid I'm gonna drop my phone. Bye, video. Water, water everywhere. There's more. I just crossed that little bit over there. Always a terrifying adventure. Alright, so it is finally evening time on this very long day, and I haven't completely set up camp, but this is kind of base camp behind me. There's a bunch of people camped right in here, and I'm going to be in there as well. It's about 5 o'clock, and we're about 4.5 miles from the top of Pincho Pass, which is I wanted to be a little closer than that initially, but this has just been a very long day, and it's been hard. And it didn't feel like it should be hard, but it was. That's why there's been zero walking and talking
videos today because most of the time I was doing all I could just to be walking. I couldn't muster any like talking and holding up my arm. And so before coming to the Sierra, something that people told us, we talked to people ahead of us to kind of get an idea of what we were going into, and there were a few things that kind of stuck out, and one of them is that the Sierra are really more mental than physical, and they're also physical. Like, we're going up and down some, pretty big mountains, but today was a mental day for me because I was just going down this 7-mile stretch and down, and it shouldn't have been hard, and it was like the most ridiculously hard 7-mile downhill I've done. And so yeah, and part of what makes it hard is stream crossing is like you're either just going to have wet feet all day or you're going to work really hard to keep your feet dry. Today I have dry feet, which has been great. I just walk across streams in my sandals, but that means that before each creek I have to like sit down, take my shoes off, attach them somewhere safe to my pack, walk across, and then do the process in reverse. And that's tiring. It adds a lot of time to your day, surprising amount of time to your day. And then the other piece of advice that we kept hearing when we were asking friends about like what to expect in this year, and there were some more like practical advice and things, but a lot of what they said came down to two things: get up early and have some grit. And I did get up early today and got over Glen Pass without any issues, although the downhill was a little crazy on the north side coming down those like straight slopes. But then the grit, I was kind of like questioning myself all morning, like, am I having enough grit? Like, I feel so tired. Like, where's the grit? But, then I have to tell myself that is grit. Yes, I'm tired, and I didn't feel good for most of the day. And I don't know if it's the elevation. I can't seem to be well hydrated enough. And so, it was just a really rough day. But I'm still here. I still got, I did the same day that everyone else did. And I'm going to call that grit. Like, as long as I'm still going, still pushing, hopefully that's the right idea. But anyway, yeah, I could tell that my mental attitude wasn't where it needed to be this morning, and that's why those miles were so hard. And finally here in the afternoon, even on the climb, I finally found a groove, a rhythm, and tried to see the Sierra instead of this like grand difficulty as more like an obstacle course. Like, this is fun. Like, yeah, it's a new challenge around every corner. And so anyway, I'm very grateful to be at camp now. I'm gonna rest, relax, try and be asleep as soon as possible because tomorrow's another early day. If you haven't been able to kind of gather from the way that I'm talking, like in the Sierra, you tend to go pass to pass because you want to hit those passes early in the morning while the snow is still frozen. So every day, like, you're getting up early, making sure you're like up and over, and then you're trying to set yourself up for the next pass. So tomorrow is Pincho Pass. And it's probably going to be another early morning because we're about 4.5 miles out. So anyway, excited to go get some rest and be ready for the next day.
I caught that on video.